Angel Reese didn't even bother wiping the sweat. Seconds after sealing Chicago's 87-81 stunner over Minnesota on July 12, 2025, she planted her sneakers on the baseline, stared into the ABC lens, and served a line hotter than the United Center concession nachos. Somebody said we wasn't the best young core in the league, we are. Those 10 words ricocheted through X like a rogue fire alarm. Half the timeline cheered. The other half rage-quoted. ESPN producers fist-bumped. Content for days. But that mic drop was only the matchstick. And what flickered next turned into a brush fire. Rewind to April 2nd, 2023, Dallas. Final seconds, LSU versus Iowa. Reese flashes John Cena's "You Can't See Me," follows up with a ring finger tap, so blatant even nosebleed seats caught the glint. Pundits labeled it classless, unsportsmanlike, bad for women's hoops. LSU students printed it on t-shirts by Dawn.
Oh, lads, Angel Reese has been killing it. She's been killing it. And I'm not going to lie, like, she's been really good. But the usual has happened. The usual has now happened. She's killing it. And she goes a little bit too far. Writing checks that she now has to cash. She now has to cash these checks. Because she is essentially as good as said in the public that she's better than Caitlin Clark.
Angel Reese just dropped a truth bomb so spicy it might.
Overnight, she transformed from solid All-American to viral lightning rod. Bayou Barbie, half villain, half icon. That's swagger, half charm, half flamethrower, never cooled. She entered the 2024 draft calling herself a walking double-double. Chicago snagged her at number 3 and immediately sold 2 500 extra season ticket packages. The billboard downtown read, "Barbie goes big city." Little did they know, the big city was about to feel small whenever Reese took the mic. 15 consecutive double-doubles. Let that sink in.
Okay. In the game, Angel Reese played a great game. Angel Reese had 19 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals. And she was able to give an interview after the game and made a very interesting comment. And in pure old Angel Reese fashion, talked smack after the game.
And here's the
only 2 other rookies, Wayman Tisdale, NBA, and Tina Charles, WNBA, have ever sniffed that territory. Reese's streak started game 2, 18 points, 12 reb versus Phoenix, and didn't break until a rolled ankle mid-July. By season's end, she averaged 14.6 boards, best among power forwards, rookie or not. Yet the critics stayed loud. Inefficient scorer, predictable left block move, can't space the floor. Reese's clapback? Rebounds don't lie. Neither did the scoreboard. Chicago improved from 11 to 29 pre-Reese to 21 to 19 post-Reese, sneaking into the play-in. But if numbers were ammo, rhetoric was rocket fuel, and the target, often, was one very famous sharpshooter. Caitlin Clark, the other half of that 2023 title game spotlight, needed no introduction. Logo threes, record ratings, literal 3 million NCAA championship viewers. But college beef traveled.
This is a great win in front of our home crowd.
Camila Cardoso returns to the starting lineup. You both finished with double-doubles. She ends up with an incredible block on Courtney Williams to end the game as well. What are some things that you saw in her in that tandem that you guys had today?
Somebody said we wasn't the best young core in the league. I think we're the best young core in the league, for sure. Hands down, the side surface, we do it every single night. So I'm really proud of everybody.
We're hands down the best young core in the league.
In their first WNBA meeting, May 17, 2024, Clark drove baseline. Reese rotated late, shoulders banged, whistles swallowed. Twitter froze the frame and debated intent for 72 hours. Since then, Olympic drama, Clark left off Team USA. Reese says, "I'm not shocked. Politics is real," while fans read it as shade. Stat cage match. Reese's per 36 board rate dwarfs Clark's. Clark's true shooting torches Reese's. Every barstool argument ends 1-0. Race-coded debates, media darling versus unapologetic black woman becomes talk radio fodder. Some call it good for ratings. Others call it exhausting. Each face-off averages 1.4 million viewers, numbers WNBA execs normally see only in finals games. And every so often, the rivalry pops off in ways nobody charts in a box score. July 8, 2025, Mystics at Sky. Final 30 seconds.
For the first time this season, the Chicago Bravado actually beat a team with a winning record. According to Angel Reese, this one win, this one victory in the middle of July, it makes the Chicago Bravado the best young team in the WNBA.
Chicago clinging to a 2-point edge. Assistant coach Chanel Price raises a dry erase board to diagram an inbound. Reese, furious over a soft foul call against Cardoso, swings, catches the edge of the board, and sends markers tumbling. Cameras zoom. Commentators gasp. Price shrugs. She's coached Reese long enough to treat volcanic moments like summer rain. Within an hour, the clip hits 12 million views. Phrases like toxic leader, competitive fire, and prima donna energy trend simultaneously. League office fines Reese $3,000 pocket change, but privately warns next incident equals suspension. Yet the very next day, she's right back in headlines, this time by design. Cover girl controversy. 2K26 drops its cover. Angel Reese in sky blue, smirking under arena strobes. Clark fans riot in the comment sections. 16 ppg gets you the cover? Marketing execs counter. Engagement metrics, field goal percentage. GameStop sees a 36% pre-order spike over last year. By lunchtime, ESPN has rolled out First Take and Around the Horn specials debating the pick. Sneaky fact, 2K's analytics team discovered Reese highlights drive 22% longer watch times on TikTok than any other W player. Sometimes drama moves more copies than efficiency, but the stats still mattered, and advanced metrics painted a Messier picture. The math isn't mercy. During a 9-game tear in late June, Reese pumps out 18.1 points and 14.8 boards. Impressive, until you glance at her shot chart outside the paint, a turnover rate flirting with 16%. Coaches rave about her motor, but groan about her tunnel vision in double teams. Clark, bruised through what pundits label a shooting slump, still logs 16.6 points on 24% usage, a 37% assist percentage, and league-best off-ball gravity. Yes, Second Spectrum now tracks defender distance per second. Bottom line, Clark bends defenses to breaking. Reese breaks you on the boards. Those numbers fed the next grenade Reese hurled, this one squarely at the officials. Ref rage recital. Postlink's victory press scrum. A reporter asks about foul disparity. Reese leans in. I don't give a demon if I get fined. Some of those whistles were straight SHD. The clip racks 1 million views before the league PR team drafts the fine notice.
She makes everyone around her better. She's not shooting that well, but she still is the best player on the floor. She still is the person that sets the pace of the game. She's still white.
ESPN censors SHD. With a chirpy bleep, TikTok commenters happily spell it out. Reese pays the $2,500 fine within an hour, posts the receipt on IG with the caption, "Money with Wings cost of honesty money with wings," and gains 94,000 followers overnight. But the biggest PR wildfire of the summer wasn't even her fault, at least not directly. May 17th opener, Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Fever fans roar after a Clark transition 3. Reese checks back in. Mics pick up something garbled from the lower bowl. Social media claims a racist slur. WNBA launches a full probe. 80 man-hours of audio analysis. 19 fan interviews. 0 conclusive evidence. Press release says allegations unsubstantiated, but trust fractures linger. Reese tweets, "Silence doesn't equal safety," then logs off for 48 hours. Her longest social media blackout since 2022. She returns with a 21-14 performance and a caption, "Work talks." Story fades until the next Clark-Reese collision. All the while, algorithms kept fanning the flames. A single Reese mid-game celebration becomes a TikTok remix. Zoom cuts, air horns, caption, "Sis got that dog in her." It hits 4 million views by dawn. Meanwhile, Clark no-look assists get symphonic string overlays and titles like White Steph. Everyone farms engagement. Influencer Hoops shows run thumbnails of Reese with double horns, then calm angel halos, AEB testing outrage versus sympathy. Brands don't care which side wins. They only count impressions. That's why Schemes, Beats, and TurboTax each toss 6-figure checks at Reese.
Jesus, cry harder, Marvin. The shots are going to fall. The shots are going to fall. It's okay. It's okay. You just keep watching. Phenomenal game. But the best young core in the WNBA resides in Indiana, dear. The best young core!
She takes them, but not quietly. Every deal announcement comes with an IG story sly poking at haters doing free promo. And behind those endorsements sits the real business engine, her Baltimore grit. Angel Reese grew up in Randallstown, Maryland, one stoplight away from where Carmelo learned the jab step. YMCA court, cracked asphalt, chain nets. Mom once drove her 6 hours round trip to AAU, gas station chicken fingers for dinner. Reese still FaceTimes her high school coach every road trip. The city stamped toughness into her game. LSU polished the shine. She's donated $150,000 to refurbish East Baltimore gyms. Launches of boards and books drive each offseason. Kids must read 2 chapters before scrimmage. The gesture rarely makes SportsCenter, but it gives her leverage when critics paint her as all ego. And ego, as always, comes with body language metrics nobody lists on the scoreboard. In 1 week, teammates describe Reese as relentless, loud, our engine. A rival assistant calls her locker room napalm. The truth sits somewhere between. Sources whisper she skipped a voluntary film session after a 4 for 16 night. Other sources say she led next-day practice suicides to atone. Front office analysts use P3's redirect score, how quickly a player pivots from mistake to next action. Reese rates elite in rebounds, middling in playmaking, low in foul composure. Translation: the same fire that fuels 15 boards can scorch a coach's clipboard. So, how do you balance scorch and score? Sometimes by reinventing the toolkit. Off-season 2024. Reese calls Candace Parker. They train in LA, 6 a.m. post-work, 2-ball dribbling, corner 3 mechanics, footwork ballet, with ex-Laker assistant Phil Handy. Handy installs a mini skyhook. Parker preaches patience against digs. Result? In 2025, Reese bumps her short mid-range hit rate from 28% to 41%, still lousy from deep, but lethal from 12 feet. Analysts notice, defenders adjust, and Reese smiles. Next summer, add the 3. Improvements keep narratives fresh, but controversies keep them viral. College Reese reportedly banked $1.6 million in nil deals. Pro Reese? Between endorsements, appearance fees, and social media partnerships, insiders peg her 2025 take at $4.7 million, 9 times her WNBA salary. She funnels 10% into a family LLC, 5% into Black-owned Chicago startups, keeps the rest for generational wealth. She's also rumored to be an early investor in Athletes Unlimited's media spinoff, giving her long-term stakes if the W expands TV rights overseas. But all the wealth and records won't matter if the on-court product fizzles come playoff time. Chicago Sky, Reese, Cardoso, 23, Marina Mabrey, 28, Indiana Fever, Clark, 24, Boston, 23, Zia Cook, 25. 2 rosters, 8 combined all-star nods under age 28. Analytics blogs run wild, projecting dynasties. Cardoso plus Reese grab 34 boards nightly. Clark plus Boston produced the league's first genuine inside-out gravitational well. Regular season series tied 2-2. Each game separated by 6 points or fewer. National networks pre-reserve playoff slots for a possible 4 to 5 matchup. Entire WNBA marketing budget tilts toward the collision course. Yet Reese knows dynasty talks mean nothing without rings. History books remember banners, not tweets. Viewership up 27% YOY. Expansion bids in San Francisco and Toronto. Amazon's Thursday stream peaked at 1.9 million concurrent during a Clark-Reese tilt. Salary cap negotiations loom. Max contracts whisper $500,000 by 2027. Players know they're building the bridge as they cross it. Reese's role? Catalyst or chaos agent, depending who you ask. She says, the game needs villains. Clark says, I just hoop. The league happily sells both quotes on t-shirts. Which brings us back to the present moment. High noon at the Reputation Corral. 4th quarter, 60 seconds left. Tied ball game. Reese's strengths: second chance buckets, disruptive putbacks, intimidation on the glass. Weaknesses: jump shot still streaky, late clock tunnel vision, foul bait. Opposing coach's script: clog paint, force kickouts, test decision-making. Reese's counter? Can't clog what I'm crashing. When it works, the arena erupts. When it fails, Twitter collects receipts. And receipts, like championships, last forever. Behind the bravado lives a 23-year-old reading daily slurs, threats, and body-shaming comments. Sky PR stages digital detox breaks. Reese sneaks her phone anyway. Doom scrolls. Screenshot saves hate for motivation. She tells Players Tribune, "If you don't have haters, you're average." Her therapist counters. Silencing the phone is power too. She's learning. Slowly. Yet the learning arc becomes compelling content all its own. Sundays in July, Reese hosts free clinics on Chicago's South Side. Age 9 to 13, free lunch, no media invites. She shows kids her favorite rebound drill. Toss to glass, sprint opposite side, tip out, repeat. One girl asks, "What if I'm too short?" Reese laughs. Heart jumps higher than height. Stories trickle onto local news, but national feeds stay busy with highlight scuffles. Reese shrugs. "That's fine," she says. Real ones see. Real ones also remember how seasons end, not how summer arguments peak. Sky sit 17 to 13, 5th seed. Fever 16 to 14, 6th. Each has 9 games left. If standings freeze, they meet in the first round. Winner faces top seed Sunday. ESPN already cut promos. Battle for the future. Advanced models. Chicago wins series 52% when Reese logs 5+ offensive boards. Indiana wins 61% when Clark hits 3+ threes and keeps turnovers under 4. Locker rooms pin those stats to whiteboards. Entire league watches the countdown. And now, with the stage set, we reach the precipice. Angel Reese isn't merely a stat line. She's a 24/7 cliffhanger. Every rebound a plot twist. Every soundbite a season finale teaser. She juggles icon and instigator, role model and rebel, blessing and brand risk, all while trying to master a 15-foot jumper before the playoffs start. If the Sky crash out early, critics will call her noise with no notes. If they make a run, the victory parade will double as an I Told You So tour, sold out in hot pink Bayou Barbie. Either outcome, she'll speak on it, tweet on it, live stream the bus ride, and sign 3 new endorsement deals before the confetti swept. Because Angel Reese understands the new math of sports celebrity. Talent times tension equals attention, and attention in 2025 is currency that never sleeps.
And the WNBA resides in Indiana. Okay, it's not in Chicago. Love the confidence. Love the confidence. Not mad at the trash talking at all. But the best young core in the WNBA resides in Indiana. They played today. They played today. They also beat you when they played you. Put on a phenomenal display.